Hey guys, welcome to another video from my listening chair. This is Caesar, and again I'm bringing back the Jvc Al-A155. This is a turntable that I actually sold on Facebook Marketplace, and I made another video here before where the cam wheel was keeping that tone arm from moving properly, and it would have issues. I'll attach that video to the description of this one. But yeah, that's what was the issue here with this turntable originally before I sold it. Since then, the buyer has reached out to me about 6 months later saying that the turntable is now running slow. Well, his exact words were, "It sounds like the Beatles are drunk." So, not to say they didn't partake in some beverages of choice, or as we all know, and it is well documented, some hallucinogens. It's all good. We will try to figure this out. I'm thinking it could be, since I replaced the belt when I originally sold it, I know it's not the belt, but we will be adjusting the speed. But first off, I think the motor is a little dirty, because when I picked it up, I went to the gentleman's house, and it was kind of dusty there. So as you can see, the dust cover is, I don't know if this is, yeah, a lot of this is, see, dust. Let's see. Yeah. So we'll see what we can do about that motor. We'll shoot it up with some of that famous WD-40 for electric components and see if we can fix it. We'll do a demo. We'll test this thing out. First off, let's see the speed now. I'm going to go ahead and begin with putting a strobe disc on here and seeing exactly how slow this thing appears to be going. All right, guys, strobe warning. I have the Hudson Hi-Fi strobe disc here. As you can see, mentions right here on the top, 33, 45, 78. So 33, 45, 78. That's the way that rolls, okay? So the first thing we're going to check is the 33 RPM. Oops, sorry about that. 33 RPM right here. This is 33, this is 45, 33, 45, 33. Let's go to 33. Let's check on this and see what it does, okay, guys? If you're sensitive to the light, strobe warning, just give me the heads up. Let's see what we got. And again, we're looking at these two right here. It's 33, 45. This way marching slow, that way marching fast, okay? So here we go. Let's give it a shot. So this is currently at 33 RPM. As you can see, that is marching down, which is slow, okay? That is a 33. It's running slow. We're going to have to adjust that speed. We will do that. Here we have the 45. 45 is also running slow. So they're both running slow. So it could be a quick little fix of adjusting the speed. It could be just it. But we're going to give it a shot. We're going to adjust the speed and see how that works. If it just works like that without having to shoot up the motor, that'd be great. I might just shoot some spray in those pods just to try to loosen any dirt up that just happened to get in there. So we'll do that next and see if that makes it any difference once we're able to adjust. And I will adjust it on camera too, so you guys can see the pods, the direction I move the pods, and to make sure that this actually does slow down, or excuse me, speed up the platter, okay? All right, guys, let's get to the next step. All right, guys, the first thing you want to do when you do this is, of course, get the tone arm secure. Let's bring it down. Let's tighten it down. Perfect. I'm going to take the platter off. We're going to take the whole platter off. So, I'm going to use the rubber platter mat and this bad boy. What I like to do is find where the actual motor is attached to the belt. Unhook it from there first. Now we can pull this plotter off. Shouldn't be a problem. There it is. And the belt, of course, is right there. Let's bring this down right here. Right here. You can see it. You can see it right there. That's the belt's resting right there, so that's fine. We don't need the belt. Look, it's the mechanism we were familiar with. Right there. Cool. We'll just leave it as is. Let's take this off here so it doesn't rattle around. And let's get ourselves a towel. Let me just grab that so I can flip this thing upside down and hopefully not be an issue, guys. Let me go grab that. Alright guys, so we're going to flip that upside down and we're going to end up servicing that motor. I know I mentioned maybe we won't do it, but since I have it in-house, I'm just going to go ahead and service that motor. Shouldn't be too difficult. Should be pretty accessible. As you can see, there's screws there on the feet. All 4 of them there. There's a screw here and a screw there. And these are actually, let me move this camera here, see if you can see it a little better. These are actually the pods. So pod here for 33, pod here for 45. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and try to service the motor first and make sure, again, any loose dirt or anything like that just gets free, so hopefully it keeps it at speed for a longer period of time. And then I'm going to go ahead and adjust those pods. So we'll get those trim pods here second. Let's go ahead and take this thing apart. Alright, first thing I'm going to do, guys, is get some dust out of there. Electronic compressed air. Get whatever dust out of there. Perfect. Now we're going to go ahead and shoot our famous WD-40 Specialist Contact Cleaner, quick drying, and lubricate this motor a little bit. Shake it up. And let's put some in here. Put some down there so that way it gets down into, there we go. Let's try to clean some of that up. Let's try to do a little bit more here. There we go. Try to clean that up, loosen it up, all right, and try to get that thing going. So we shot it up. Looks like it's wet there, which is good. I'm going to put this cover back on and let this thing drip on the cover. That's what we ultimately want to do. So let's tie this mechanism back up. Beautiful. All right, let's pop the screws back on. All right, guys, we move the table up to the end of the actual table here. Different turntables are going to have different trim pods locations, okay? When we took this thing apart, we noticed that the trim pod was actually on the very, 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 very end. This is the type of tool you need to adjust those trim pods, guys. Where is it? There it is. This is it. Let's see if I can shed some light on this for you guys. This is it right here. Very tiny. Tiny, tiny, tiny screwdriver. Very tiny. We're going to use this to adjust the pod. So, while we're watching, we're going to be adjusting. Let's lift the tone arm first. I had to plug this back in. Oh, it's not plugged in. I should plug it back in, but you saw some of that juice that was still in there? That's why it's important to do that before you actually get into your turntable. I could have gotten electrocuted, but luckily it didn't happen. You know, you gotta live through it. Okay, so now it's plugged in. Now the tone arm might do a little dance here for us. because it got moved. It's going to probably reset itself. It looks like it's not going to. It hasn't done it, so that's good. Now, as we can see, 45 is here, 33 is here. Let's go to 45. And let me put some light back on so we can see the strobe. Let's bring the camera a little closer. Keep an eye on the strobe. You can see these ones here are marching. Let's get a little closer here. Whoa, a little too far there. Let's bring it down, camera down. I want you guys to see this. This is the 45, so it's the one in the middle. This one in the middle here, I'm not sure if you guys can see it, is marching too far to the side. So I'm going to feel these pods and see if we can locate them first and then make some adjustments. All right, guys, as you can see, the pods are right there, right on the edge. Let's see if we can see them with the camera. There they are, right there. As you can see where the 33 and the 45 pods are, we're going to mark those with our fingers and then rotate them to lower that speed up, okay? So as you can see, 45 is further away, 33 is closer. Let's get to work on these. All right, guys. Let's see again. 33 and 45. That is the 45 right there. So we're going to look up and make the adjustment. There we go. I'm in here. To the right to speed it up, to the left to bring it down. See with this screwdriver. Let's look up. Let's lower that down. There we go. Up too much. There it is. A little bit too. Oh, too much. There we go. That looks good. Steady. Steady on that middle beam. All right, let's change it to 33. All right. As you can see, that one on the bottom, excuse me, that one there, now appears to be marching a little fast because we did adjust the 45. So now it could be, it could do something here to the 33. Let's go back to the 45, make sure the 45 is good. Perfect. 45, 33, a little slow. So a little bit of adjustment. Just a little bit. Not too much. So now we're going to get into our 33 trim pod. Right here. Feel it in. No. You don't want to force it. There we go. Now we're in. So let's see this. There we go. Oh, now it feels like it's in. Oh, too fast. All right, looks good. Let's go back to the 45, make sure that's good. Perfect. 33. Perfect. All right, guys. Let's put the turntable to the test and put on a record. All right, guys. Now that we've done all that, let's clean this stylus here. wipe that off just a little bit. I don't think he's done that, so we went in and wiped that stylus. Let's grab one of the records that I have from the testing pile. Let's see here. That's plugged in. Let's plug in the speaker to listen to this out. Also, I can send this over to the customer that bought the turntable off of me, so he knows that not only has it been serviced, but it's also playing beautifully. All right, I'm going to grab some music that is copyright friendly. Nothing obvious. So let's grab just something random for this video's sake. All right, I'm going to show you guys what I pulled out of the pile. I've never seen this record. I grabbed all these records in bulk just to see. But here it is. Dreamtime Waltzes. Owens Conducts. Right here. Vienna Street Opera Orchestra. RC Records. RCA Victor. So, it doesn't want to come out. I'll just pull it out without taking the, yeah. Not in the best of shape, guys, but that's up. We're testing it. We're testing it for testing purposes. Let me turn on the speaker here. All right, let's go to line 2. Line 1 and 2. Okay, let's see what happens. Oh, I forgot there's not an automatic turntable. It's semi-automatic. So let's put it on. Let's drop the needle. Let's see what. There we go. Let's turn it up. Sounds like it's not messing with speed. Very quiet recording. It's as loud as that one goes. Oh, I don't have a preamp hooked up to this. That's why it's so quiet. Forgot this turntable needs a preamp. That's what happens when you don't have one. So quiet it sounds. All right, let's return this. Perfect. This turntable's actually working right. All right, guys. That's pretty much it. I'm not going to put in what I usually use to fine-tune a turntable, a record that I'm familiar with, because I don't want to copyright strike. But yeah, sounds great, guys. And I'm glad you were able to share that experience with me. But any questions, please put them down in the comments. I'd love to answer the questions there for you. But that's about it, guys, for this one. Till next time, from my listening chair, guys.